Next up is a GM front shaft for square body. So this is out of a one of the later edition of the square bodies that were sold as military trucks. The CUCV 1-tons. I think, yeah, the CUCV. I'm not up on the lingo, but we all know what those trucks were. Everybody loved them, and a lot of them got used to the point of destruction, like a lot of the square bodies, because they were good trucks, especially here in the Rust Belt. This is one of a trifecta, 3 drive shafts here from my friend's Southern Maine undercar. And so this is the front shaft for that GM military truck, and the rear is next up. It's said to be a really nice truck, really nice clean truck. Probably Southern or Western from the looks of it, because this thing was super clean. It did need joints. It was the just-in-time rescue thing, but undamaged. So it's got a pair of new Spicer snap tights, 795 3R style snap tights in the CV head. Took it all apart, sandblasted everything, cleaned it all out, including the socket that the ball fits into. That's all chrome. New 1310 Spicer snap tight replacement joint there. The joint at the front axle end was the best of the 3. Like I said, that confirms my theory that this must be a Southern or Western or something truck, because it's super clean, I'm told, and it appears to be, just from the outside looking in. The remarkable part is that the original Strip-O-Matic stub and slip on these, from the trucks we had around here back in the day, and when they were current, was one of the most prolific drive shaft fixes of all times in all of my going on 45 years now of fixing drive shafts. And I got my example right here that I had from the late 80s, early 90s into the 2000s. This was on my bench at my other shop, my big shop. And you'll see, I'll spin it and just slide it back a little bit. And so you can see how diminished the splines are. And those are inch 378 31 spline. And it's a common spline in a lot of GM products. They use that pattern in front drive shafts. In here in the Rust Belt, when the seal failed, that just filled up full of crap and got rusty and stripped out. Usually when there was 15 inches of wet, heavy snow and the guy was plowing, and it would just leave him in two-wheel drive. At times, I would have 15 or 20 of these things all built in my shop, ready to go during snowstorms for people. So it was cash and carry, bring me a dead one and I'd fix them. That's how I did it. They were 13.5-inch tube length for standards, and 16-inch tube lengths for V8 automatics, and that's what this is, 16-inch. Somewhere in the realm, they put a boot on there, and that, in combination with this truck being a real clean truck, that stub and slip is perfect. I can't tell you how many, if I said thousands that I've cut off and replaced, I wouldn't be exaggerating. I mean, we did those things for years. So just a little old home week there. So that's cruising. That's 2,800 RPM. 0 at the front axle and 0 at the transfer case. Nobody home. So yeah, a little trip down memory lane, and then the rear drive shaft for this has got a big dinger in it. So I'm going to fix them up and redo that. I'm going to build them another one, basically, and it's going to be a little bit longer because of a small lift kit. So we're going to wrap this one up and get to the next one, get some paint on this in between.